Hello, hello, guys. Happy Monday. How are we doing?
Happy Monday.
Hope you guys are having a nice Monday so far. Well, it's nearly the end of Monday. Well, it's evening here. Welcome, guys. Hello, hello. This is your favorite duo, DigiChat with Bimz and Mo. We are here again, live and direct on your stream. Hope you guys are okay. Hope you guys are having a fantastic time. Am I still here? It feels like I've disappeared now.
Yeah, I think you're frozen. I mean, we see you, you're smiling like you did have this face smiling like this.
Oh gosh. But can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I know.
I don't know what we can do to get you back. You want to go out and come
And
back
then come
in.
back again. All right, I'll try that. Sorry, guys, technical issues again.
Yeah, and that shows that, we're alive, we're real, we're doing this live. So let's hope that Mo will be able to get back into the studio and we'll be able to see her and hear the topic for today. But, anyways, how is everybody doing? How has your Monday been? I know for some of you, you're on lunch break right now. In Ontario, it's about the time where we take our lunch break. So, I hope, oh, she's back. Hi.
Hello, I'm back again. Now I feel like a magician now doing disappearing acts.
The joys of running a digital business. Yeah.
Right, I know all the tech stuff, right? It just shows we are human, we are normal, right? Things happen, but you know what? We roll with this, we move on. So, as I was
Absolutely.
saying, and before I was rudely interrupted by the internet. So, happy Monday, guys! And today we're going to be talking about breaking the 95 mindset. So, over to you, Bims. Can you introduce us? Who are we again?
Okay, so if this is your first time of seeing these beautiful ladies here, my name is Bims and this is Mo. We are, exceptional women who are out here to do great things. Yes, I believe every woman is out here to do great things. But just to, give you a background, we are moms, we are career women, and we are digital entrepreneurs. And what we do in our digital business is we help everyday people just like us to plug into the system that we have in order for them to earn an income. Now, if you want to really know more about this business and the system we use, we would love for you to connect with us through our website that you can see on the screen. And one of us will be able to get in touch with you and give you the lowdown. So, what are we talking about today, Mo?
So today we're going to be talking about breaking the 95 mindsets. As Bim's already said, we are professionals, we are career people. So, and then we're entrepreneurs as well. So we're trying to, we all were stuck in our 9 to 5 mindsets before we started our online business as well. So we just
Mm-hmm.
want to like talk to people out there to encourage them, to help them break out of this 9 to 5 mindset. I know it's not something that it doesn't like come easy because it's like what we've known like all our lives, like 40 years of our lives, if not more. So it's like a big change and a big challenge to like break out of those kind of things because they feel like normal. It's like the norm for us. So it's hard breaking those kind of habits. So we're going to be sharing some couple of tips and things that that will help us through this. So the first one is fear of leaving our comfort zones. As I said, we are like we like to be comfortable.
Mm.
9 to 5 is just comfortable. We feel we think it's safe. We think it's normal. We just get up from home, go to work, come back, and get paid at the end of the month because we know it's our comfort zone. We know whatever happens, we'll get paid. We'll go to work and then we'll get paid. So we are comfortable. We don't want to do something new, try something because we feel like every other thing is risky. And we feel 9 to 5 is kind of like comfortable, it's our safe zone. We just go and then at the end of the month we get paid. But then is that really what we want for ourselves? Is that really the life we want? What do you think, Vince?
Yeah, I mean, the truth is everybody wants to be comfortable. Nobody wants anything to shift them. And once you find that job or that at least it's paying your bills, you tend to just stay there, but the truth is that sometimes, growth doesn't live in our comfort zone,
No.
and especially when I know, yes, growing up, a lot of us just believe that get a job, and you'll be fine. You work for 40 years, 35 years, and then you retire, and we all know that sometimes it doesn't go that smoothly. Things happen. The comfort that you think you have from your job, sometimes that comfort is taken away from you and you're left hanging, right? So I think, we just overcoming that fear. Yes, everybody goes through that. But that is
Yeah.
why it is so important that even while you have that 9 to 5, you're thinking of other things,
Yeah.
your desire is strong, right? We've all learned about working hard. Everybody says work hard. When you work hard, then, the effort you put in will come back to you. But we've seen so many people work hard, but yet they still live in below the poverty line. So
True.
I just think, it's just embracing that fear with faith and just thinking beyond your horizon, the
Yeah.
opportunities that are out there. Another thing here is believing you're too old or it's too late. Yes, sometimes having maybe worked for many years and the thought of going to do something new is can be overwhelming. You might feel that, I've been doing this for the past 50 years. I don't think I can go and learn a new skill. I don't think I can do anything. I don't think I can start a side hustle, but I mean, we've seen so many people, prominent people who started whatever they're doing that made them prominent at a very old age. Is it J.K. Rowling's that I can't remember the age that she was when she wrote Harry Potter and made a breakthrough. And I think she was in her late 40s or something like that. I read the story a while ago, but I mean, there are many people who start off something new at a very young age. I mean, at a very old age, and they were
Yeah.
able to, make something out of it. What do you think?
Yeah, that's the thing. We are never too old to learn new things. That's the beauty of my community, as in our business community. When I see like 70-year-old, 60-year-old, I'm like, seriously? So you're never too old. If those people, I was reading a post today where this grandfather, I'm sure he's over 70, was because he said his son is 60 years old and he's doing his business for his grandchildren. Because he was
Yeah,
holding his grandbaby and he said
yeah,
he's trying to
yeah,
like create legacy for his. I'm like, if your son is 60, how old would you be? And you're still
yeah,
starting a business, thinking of legacy, thinking of the future of his family. Just imagine if that guy as old as he is, doesn't think that he's too old to start something new. So why? And he's doing it, he's successful, he's making it. So not that shouldn't hold us back. Age is just a number. We
yep,
can learn anything we put our mind to it. Whenever we are ready to do stuff and we put our mind to it, we will. So saying we are too old is not an excuse.
it's
If
not.
your why is very strong, trust me, you go for it. And you're never too late as well. As in
Yeah.
you're perfect. Your timing is perfect. God has a plan for everybody. So whenever you start, that's your starting point. Just it's never
Mm-hmm.
too late. As in there's everyone's journey is different, everyone's timing is different. So you're not late, you're not early, you're just right on time. Whenever you're ready, just start.
Absolutely. I love that. And here, thinking jobs are secure. Before
Yeah.
I go into this topic, sorry, this particular fear or things people think, I want to say hi to Pat and to Jibril for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you guys.
If you're watching us live, we'd love to know, how, you were able to shift that 9 to 5 mindset and what has helped you. And if you haven't shifted it yet, what are your fears? What are the things that you think about that is holding you back from having that mindset shift. Yeah, so thinking jobs are secure. Hmm. In my lifetime, well, okay, while I've been here in Canada, I've lost my job, I think, about 3 times, and not any fault of mine. And every single time I lost it, it was like a shock, because most times maybe the week before or even the day, there was one that was a day before, I was told that I was a supersonic person, you're a blessing to this team, you always deliver on your job, your performance is top notch, we really, I got that performance appraisal. And guess what? The very next day, I was told that, oh, because of, direction of the company, financial, whatever, whatever, they needed to downsize and they were, letting me go. Like,
How
so
shocking.
it was shocking. Like, and I think for me, that was the very first time I was losing my job. I had worked 11, 12 years in Nigeria and that never happened, right? So coming here, getting that appraisal and the very next day was like, okay, thank you, bye bye. I couldn't comprehend it. But all we're trying to say is there is no job security anywhere. You might
No.
have it right at that moment, but that job, because it's not your own, it's not
Yeah.
in your name, it can be taken away from you. And remember, not because you are not a good performer, not because you don't know your onions or you're not doing your job well, but when the company wants to take a certain direction that is beneficial to the company, guess who they think about first? Themselves, not you,
Definitely. Uh-huh.
not your family, not the fact that, oh, you just bought a house yesterday, or you are pregnant and expecting a baby, or you're
Yeah.
getting married on Saturday, or your expenses are not even adding up. They're not going to think about that. They're going to think of themselves. So it is so important that we have that mindset. Yes, do your job diligently, but don't ever think that there's any job in this world that is secure, whether it's in the private sector, in the public sector. It can be yanked off your feet at any time. And so that is why we encourage you that while you have that job, start thinking about what you can build for yourself.
True.
Whatever you're building for, even if it's going to take you a long time to build it, guess what? It's still yours. Nobody can take it away from you, right? And Mo, I know you have some experiences as well with job loss and some
Oh, yeah.
thinking, job is secure. How has that been for you and
I
helped your
know there is
mindset?
no job that is secure. As long as the company does not have your name on it, it is
Mm,
not absolutely not secure. So all employers, we are all head counts. We are just numbers.
mm, mm,
There's no face, there's no life behind that number or anything. We're just head count, purely head count. So if anything happens and they need to downsize, they don't think about, as been said, that they said, okay, you're about to get married, or you just bought a house, or you're pregnant, or you're this. None of that comes into play. They don't think twice. They just cut the numbers. So since I've been in the UK, I've been working as a contractor. So I get to lose my job loads of times. I mean, it's uncountable. So, but in those days, anytime I lose my job and I don't get a contract extension or renewal, is it feels like it's life threatening, because I feel
mm,
like, where do I start from? Where do I go? Where do I do this? How do I feed my family? How do I do the bills and everything? I've got kids. Where do we go from here? We are like a two income household. If there's one less, two income, we are struggling, and then one is out of it. How do we cope? How do we move on from here? Those days, it used to be terrifying. But right now, as I said in my, maybe it was on the first day, that I did borrow myself sense. I knew that I can't keep on going in this cycle of, like, loss of job, going all over again, starting blah blah blah. So last year I decided to start my online business. So even right now, I'm currently in between jobs. I got the dreaded email recently as well. But the good thing is that I feel very confident this time, because I had options. I had started building my business before this. So if you are out there and you still have your 9 to 5 job with you, If that's the only source of income you have, sis, bro, wherever you are, whoever you are, you need to start thinking of if
Mm,
this kind of things happen. You need an
mhm.
extra source of income. And it's better for you to start now than to wait. Imagine if I hadn't started last year, and now that I don't have a job, I want to now start building my online business.
It's gonna be
It will be
difficult.
hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
it will be difficult. But because if you can start now with your job, start using your 9 to 5 as a like a stool, like a building block. Every month you take something out. Okay, you save, you put that into your online business. You are gradually building. Even though my online business is not like it can't fully replace my income yet, but I know that I am building it, and with time I will reap the benefit. And very
That's
soon
right.
I'll be one of those job quitters. I'll be like, yes, that's the end of 9 to 5.
Yay.
Just face my business squarely, have my time. And like right now, life is like bittersweet because I drop my kids off at school. I walk by the river, take a walk. It's calm, it's peaceful. I'm not rushing anywhere. Like, oh, I need to get to the work or do something like that. Send an email. It was just peaceful. And I thought, how amazing will life be if like my life is just like this, and then my passive income is just coming in, and just living life calmly, peacefully, in charge of my time, in charge of my freedom. How amazing would that be? That's the dream, guys. That's the
Yeah.
dream.
I think it's just something we've just grown up to, be accustomed to the fact
Yeah.
that you must have a job before you can survive. Like, and we all just need to go through that mindset shift.
Yeah.
Yes, start off with your job, but while you have it, because when you have your job, guess what? You have income. And from that income, you can build something else. Some people say, oh, this money is not even enough for me. That is the more reason why you should start building something else so
Exactly.
that you'll be able to have multiple sources of income. All right. And then not thinking long term. I think this is something a lot of us face because you collect that salary, you can sort out yourself now, and that's
Now.
it. You're not
Mm-hmm.
thinking of, okay, so in 2 years' time, in 3 years' time, what if this thing that I'm building is actually going to give me that time freedom to do the things that I actually enjoy? I know a lot of people who are doing jobs that they don't like, but they go there every single day. They get all the whatever you want to call it, harassment, negativity, every single day. But guess what? They will wake up in the morning and go face that thing. Why? Because
There's
they
no
know
choice.
they will get they will get the salaries, right?
Yeah.
Yet, giving that same passion and energy to something that is your own, it's difficult, and it's just because many of us are short-minded, right?
Yeah.
Many, just like you talked about thinking about the future. You were like, you know what, let me start this business, and who knows, in the next few years, and you didn't plan that you were going to lose your job, this.
Exactly.
So if you were just thinking, oh, I have this job, I'm okay, I'm fine, what would have happened right now with you not having a job? At least your business is giving you something,
Yeah.
while you are in between jobs. So long term thinking is so important, and even talking about legacy, right?
Mm-hmm. Because I just think that for not thinking long term, I'm not sure if is I don't know, like people like my age, they really don't think about long term. Because I know my friends kind of talk when they see me, they're like, "Why are you talking about retirement?" I'm like, "I'm not going to keep working for the rest of my life." So they're not
Yeah.
thinking long term; they're just thinking for now. Like in the UK now, I went to check because if you put your NI number into the government website, they'll tell you how much they'll pay you when you retire. And when I did mine, they said they were going to pay me £900 every month. And I'm like, £900. Where is that going to take me? Bills, it can't even cover my bills, as in electricity, water, everything. It can't even cover my bills. I need to eat. So I can't even, that means I can't even go on holiday on £900. That's thinking ahead. I'm like, when I saw it, I'm like, wow, I really need to start doing something. So that's thinking ahead. My kids are growing up now. Here you have they have to take student loan. I have friends that are over 40 and they are still paying off their student loan. They are going to like pay it off till they die. And I'm like, why are they in debt like that long from uni? So I said, I don't think I want my kids to go through that. So I had to start thinking of how to start saving money for their uni fees. You start from there. That's thinking long term. So, guys, all those, my money's not enough for me now. You have to sacrifice.
Yep.
Sacrifice now and start something that will
Yep.
bring you benefits in the future. Down along the line, you will get the benefits. So that's the thing. We need to start thinking long term and stop all those just right now. I just need to survive right now. No, that's not going to work. We need to start thinking long term, thinking for the future. What are we going to do for the future? What would the future be like? We are not going to be working like till we are 90 or forever. So we need to make plans for our kids, for generations to come.
Exactly. And it is what you do today that actually helps your tomorrow to be better.
Yeah.
So we're not saying don't focus on today. We're not saying do not sort your situations out today. But the step you also take today is what is going to make tomorrow better.
Yeah.
If you do not take any steps towards building the life that you want, because many of us are not living the lives we want, we're just living by. Like we're just living the life that has been handed over to us. Many of us have dreams, we have things we want to do, but we're just limited. And so, just like Mo said, this is the time for you to start taking those steps one day at a time and
Yeah.
achieving that dream that you desire for yourself. And as we wrap up today, we just want to really encourage you about that mindset shift. There is absolutely nothing wrong in having a 9 to 5. Having a 9 to 5 is what helped me to start my business. And I know it's the same thing for more. So, but
Yeah.
while you have it, start thinking about the shift. What if this thing goes? What if I lose this job? What if I'm not even able? It might not even be that you lost the job, or maybe health wise or something, you are not able, right? What if things happen? What if there's a pandemic? I pray there is none.
I
But
know, right?
we know what happened, right? We know
Yes.
that during the pandemic, everything digital went like, over the roof, like they
Crazy.
were
Yeah.
soaring, and those that were not, we know what happened to them. Many companies closed down. So really start thinking beyond your 9 to 5 and use it right now to build something for yourself. And as we always say, don't just hustle. With your 9 to 5, everybody is hustling. Why? Because they
Yeah.
want that income. But don't just hustle. Build with purpose, even
Because,
with your 9 to 5. Thank you,
yeah.
everyone, and have a wonderful, wonderful Monday.
Bye for now.